Oh, we're back. Everybody's great. Let's talk about XPO. Call of the day. Upgraded to a buy at Stifel. That's a valuation call. The price target goes to 120 from 115. That is Jenny's stock.
Right.
What do you think?
Okay, I'm trying to settle down. This is a good way to do it. What I think is they had a great quarter in a really difficult freight shipping market. Revenue was up 6%, EBITDA was up 37%, but the stock's down 18% since the beginning of April. It's actually up 130% over last year, up 23% year to date. So when you back away and you look at this, you're like, the story here is about improvements in efficiency and margins. And when you step away from that and look at it on a valuation perspective, you can look at it one of two ways. One, you can look at it at PE, that's 25 times earnings. But if you look at it EV to EBITDA, it's trading at 11.6 times. Their main competitor, Old Dominion, trades at 16.4 times. So you've got a company with earnings growth ahead of 7% next year, 4% the next year after that, 11 and change times EV to EBITDA, trading at a huge discount to peers. Fantastic company that's just delivered. I'd continue to own it and do so happily in our growth portfolio.
Okay. If we're talking transports, Union Pacific is on a 6-day losing streak. Jim, what's up with that?
Transports in general have not been doing well. There's nothing specific to Union Pacific. By the way, this is a referendum, again, on the so-called cracks in the economy. And I believe that the economy not only is strong, but that we've gotten through the inventory destocking of the last year and a half, 2 years, that has lowered the need for transports. I think you're going to see that inventory restocking occurring, which is going to increase the need for transportations, whether it's XPO or Union Pacific.
Let's talk about some more streaks, because I've got a lot of names on my list I want to hit, and it's like a rapid fire. Genuine Parts, okay, Jim? 8 days down in a row.
Perplexing. If I look at the average age of cars on the road, we know they need fixing. Frankly, folks, if you just drive on the highway, you can see how many clunkers are out there. That should appeal to Genuine Parts. That's where the business is going to come from, aging cars on the road.
Yeah, but I mean, that you've been talking about that for years.
I know. It's a little bit perplexing to me. I'm not giving up on it, but it is perplexing to me.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I can't always explain, and this is one of those times why the market hates something.
8 days in a row is a lot.
I know. By the way, just before you do this, I mean, both transports and discretionaries have been in a downtrend.
GM 5 days down.
Again, same thing. Discretionary is in a downtrend. However, I don't want to rehash the A block. I've already said what I've said about the strength of the consumer. Those aging cars need to be replaced. By the way, if you talk to GM, they're maximizing production of the high-value, high-margin products, i.e. trucks and SUVs. You want to go buy a Chevy Malibu? Good luck.
Whirlpool, 7 days in a row down, Jenny.
Didn't they discontinue the Chevy Malibu? So
in November. In November.
I just had a rental Chevy Malibu.
CarMax, too, by the way, on that same theme. CarMax is down 7 days in a row with Whirlpool.
Discretionary has stunk.
So it has to do with interest rates. On both, like if you were really going to think about it, both Whirlpool is tricky because the reason I bought it actually just about a year ago on the nose was thinking like, once interest rates start to come down, and that's obviously been pushed out a lot further, housing starts to recover, and Whirlpool is a direct beneficiary of housing starts recovering. So I think I'm fine sitting on the sidelines. There's almost a 7% yield. It's very well protected. It's an extremely high quality management and well-run company. But as long as interest rates stay at these prices and housing sales are lower than they were, it's just on the sidelines because their sales aren't what they were.
4 days in a row for 3M.
Yeah. So remember when I was on last week and I had like 9 different stocks that were up all like 5 and 9 days in a row?
Now it's time to pay the piper.
Yeah, exactly. And so I think it's funny, Jim, when you said 8 days, that's a long time. I'm like, what are you kidding me? 8 days is like a nanosecond and a blink. I don't think there's any good reason why 3M's down. Maybe just that it had a huge run before that. And I even used that. Did I use that as my final trade? Yeah, I used it as my final trade recently. They've got a lot of stuff going for them. They've got a new CEO. They spun off Solventum. They right-sized the dividend. They're dealing with their liabilities and have been able to quantify those. So there's like no good reason for that. There are a couple of analyst upgrades to like $115 at
yeah, but you guys can't say when these things are having long losing streaks, there's no good reason for it. But when the stocks are up, you guys finding the reasons for it.
No, I was laughing about them being up. I'm like, whatever. It's because energy had like traded off. And remember last week it was all the energy stocks and all the utility stocks that were up for 9 days or 5 days straight. And I said, well, they traded down and now they're kind of trading back up. But I don't think 5 days, like to me, that's the blink of an eye. It's not a significant length of time.
Deere, Jimmy, down 4 days in a row.
Yeah, this is with a reason, Scott. Disappointing earnings from last week. Clearly, the trough in earnings that people expected is taking into next year. I think at this value, look, I'm going to hang on to it for now, but I'm really not happy with the performance. To your point, there is a reason for this one. Disappointing earnings.
BlackRock, 4 days in a row down.
Yeah, well, look, when we say there isn't a reason, Scott, let me rephrase that. I disagree with the market's action on BlackRock. There's a lot of things going right for it. Look, first, if you look at asset prices, they're high, and that's going to imply higher fees for BlackRock's. With higher interest rates, you're getting more flows into fixed income. There's the crypto exposure. There's a lot of reasons to be bullish about BlackRock right now, and if you don't own it, this is a great entry point.
Weiss, Taiwan Semi, 4 days up.
Oh, so I didn't get
you give Weiss the one winner?
I got a long list. I got a long list.
Yeah.
I didn't even get to all the losing streaks.
Little favoritism here today.
Yeah. Let's get
just
we
reality.
get to one of the yes, it's just reality.
Calls him when he sees him. He's in the
Real that
news.
he's your favorite?
Taiwan Semi.
Look,
Taiwan Semi.
It's
4
what I've
days
been
in a row.
saying. Taiwan Semi is one of the primary beneficiaries of NVIDIA, and of the whole AI. They make the chips for everybody. So whether you're Apple, whether you're NVIDIA, whether you're Microsoft, they're making it for you. Now, there is an issue here. I don't think it's a near-term issue, but I do worry about it, which is that China yesterday had major drills around the island. I don't see a war, but I do see potentially a blockade. So it's not today's worry, but you never know when that hits. And if that hits, then you've got bigger worries than just Taiwan Semiconductor. You've got worries on the whole global supply chain.
Sure.
Because they power everything. So I do think about that. I do think that relative to all the other AI companies, this one is extraordinarily inexpensive.
Okay.